Before we dive in, let me ask you, do you really know what she's thinking? Most men over 50 don't, and that's why everything changes. All right, fellas, let's have a real talk. You're over 50 now. You've seen some things, you've built a career, maybe raised a family, you know how to change a tire and grill a steak. You think you've got it all figured out, but then you look at the woman in your life and you feel like you're reading a book written in a language you don't speak. Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. What worked when you were 25, 35, or even 45 won't cut it anymore. The rules have changed because she has changed. Understanding female psychology at this stage isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It's the key to the whole kingdom. It's the difference between a happy home and a quiet, lonely house. It's the secret to unlocking a new level of connection, passion, and partnership. You see, a woman in her 50s and beyond isn't the same person you met all those years ago. She has her own history, her own victories, and her own battle scars. The kids might be gone, her career might be winding down or ramping up, and she's looking at her life with a fresh set of eyes. She's not just thinking about taking care of everyone else anymore. For the first time in a long time, she's thinking about herself. What does she want? What makes her happy? If you're still operating on the old playbook, the one where providing a roof and paying the bills was enough, you're going to find yourself on the sidelines wondering what happened. The game has evolved, and you need to evolve with it. The biggest mistake men over 50 make is thinking that silence is golden. You assume that if she's not complaining, everything must be fine. Wrong. That silence you're enjoying? That's not peace. That's the sound of her slowly checking out. She's tired of dropping hints that you don't pick up. She's tired of starting conversations that go nowhere. She's given you the manual 100 times, but you've been using it as a coaster for your drink. Today, on September 9th, 2025, we're going to change that. We're going to open that book and actually start reading it, because understanding her isn't rocket science. It's about paying attention. So why is this so critical right now? Because this is your prime time for connection. Men, we are fixers. It's in our DNA. When a woman comes to us with a problem, our brains immediately go into solution mode. She says, "My boss was so rude to me today." You say, "You should report him to HR." Stop. Right. There. You just failed the test. She wasn't looking for your advice. She was looking for your empathy. She wanted you to say, "Wow, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Tell me what happened." All she needs is for you to validate her feelings. Let her vent. Let her talk it out. Your only job is to listen and make her feel heard. You might as well have just thrown a bucket of ice water on her. That one-word response tells her that you weren't really listening and that you don't really care. You have to engage. Ask a follow-up question. "Oh, a baby girl? What did they name her?" "A vegetable garden sounds great. What were you thinking of planting?" Show her that you were present and that her world matters to you. The silent treatment is a weapon. A lot of men use it without even realizing it. You get upset about something and instead of talking about it, you just shut down. You become cold and distant, hoping she'll figure out what's wrong. Let me tell you something. She's not a mind reader. All your silence does is create anxiety and resentment. A real man uses his words. If something is bothering you, you need to say it. Use I statements. Open up. Be vulnerable. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. As you both get older, one of the most beautiful and honestly sometimes challenging shifts is the growth of her independence. For decades, her identity might have been wrapped up in being a wife and a mother, right? But now she's rediscovering herself. She might want to start a business. She might want to go back to school. She might join a book club that meets every week. Or maybe travel with her girlfriends. Your job is not to question it or feel threatened by it. Your job is to be her #1 cheerleader. When she tells you her new dream, your response should be, "That sounds amazing. How can I support you?" Her growth is not a threat to your relationship, it's an asset. Respect is the foundation of everything. It's more than just being polite. It's about valuing her opinion, even when it's different from yours. It's about never ever belittling her in public or in private. It's about trusting her judgment. When you're making a big decision together, about finances, about moving, about family matters, it has to be a partnership of equals. Your voice is not more important than hers just because it's louder. A woman who feels respected will move mountains for you. A woman who feels disrespected will eventually move out. Supporting her independence also means pulling your own weight. Do the laundry, cook a few meals a week, go grocery shopping, clean the bathroom. This isn't helping her. It's managing your shared life. When you actively participate in running the household, you're not just taking tasks off her plate, you're sending a powerful message. We are a team. Your time and energy are just as valuable as mine. This kind of practical support is honestly one of the highest forms of respect you can show. So, where do we go from here? Information is useless without action. Your first step is to start a new habit, the daily check-in. This isn't a big, dramatic conversation. It's 5 or 10 minutes every single day with no distractions, where you just ask, how was your day really? And then you actively listen. Don't interrupt, don't problem solve, just listen. This simple act can transform the emotional climate of your relationship. It builds a bridge of communication, one small stone at a time. Make it as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth. This is your foundation. Next, you need to schedule connection. I know it doesn't sound romantic, but life gets busy. If you don't put it on the calendar, it won't happen. Plan a weekly date night. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. A walk in the park, a picnic, or cooking a new recipe together. The point is to dedicate time that is just for the two of you, to reconnect as partners and friends, not just as co-managers of a household. This deliberate effort shows her that you are still invested in romancing her, in winning her over, day after day. It keeps the spark from fading into a dull ember. Apologize. And I mean really apologize, not a mumbled sorry as you walk out of the room. When you mess up, and you will because we all do, you need to own it. Look her in the eye and say, I was wrong. I'm sorry for what I said or did and for how it made you feel. I will try to do better. A sincere apology, without excuses, is one of the most powerful tools for healing and rebuilding trust. Finally, remember that you are on the same team. The goal isn't to win arguments. The goal is to build a life together. You're not opponents. You're partners in this grand adventure of aging. Dream about the future together. The coming years can be the most intimate and fulfilling of your entire lives. Now go get your lady. She's been waiting for you. If you found this